Yoo-hoo! Yeah, you know who it is. Oh, Dark 30, and today is a very special day. Today is Labor Day. Yeah, I said it's Labor Day. And for 36 years, count them, 36 years, my friends, we always celebrate Labor Day in a very special way. So without further ado, let's step back 36 years ago, circa 1988, August 1988. Keller Memorial Field, Brick, New Jersey. Coach Warren Wolf's got his 60 boys lined up. And this is what happens. Let me get my football helmet on. Here we go. Boys, everybody in! Everybody in! Boys, today is Labor Day. That's right, today is a holiday. Today is a special day because today is Labor Day. And I gotta be telling you, all summer long, you've been chopping, you've been working, you've been in the weight room, you've been running, you've been going left, you've been going right, you've been going all over the place. To why? To win a championship. And boys, because today is a holiday, it's Labor Day. Because it's Labor Day, guess what we're gonna do today? All the boys were thinking, we're gonna be off. But boys, here's what we're gonna do. Because you've been working hard and we got double sessions, none of this little lollygagging stuff, you don't get water, don't take your lids off, you gotta be working if you wanna win that A-Style championship. Here's what we're gonna do on this Labor Day. When I blow the whistle one more time, today, we're gonna do exactly that. We are gonna labor, and labor. We're gonna labor so hard that labor up and down the field until we win, and we win, and we win, and the Green Dragons are gonna win to the state championship. So boys, when I blow that whistle, guess what? We're gonna labor, and labor. Labor! Man, oh man. Woo! It brings me back such fond memories to this day. 36 years later, to think about Coach Wolf. And I can reminisce about looking at Billy Kleisler and Jeff Stansberry and John DiStefano and Robbie Cicchini and Alex Pedre, and I'm just going to go through the entire list. Leon Mawadia, all these boys, all these guys, these teammates, and I'm thinking we're getting off. We've been working our tails off, and we're going to get off for the holiday of Labor Day. Well, I can tell you this, 36 years later, that on Labor Day, you can bet your bottom dollar there's only one thing to do, and it's going to be the labor. Labor. That's a coach. That's what great coaches do. They fire the people up, and 36 years later, in my grill, I'm still thinking, everyone else is on holiday. We're trying to build a championship around here. We're trying to deliver some goods, and we're going to inspire the world to greatness. That's why today's show is dropping on Labor Day. Because Labor Day is built to do one thing. It's built to labor, and labor. Coach Wolf, thank you. God bless your soul. All the folks back in Brick, New Jersey, thank you for being friends. I can tell you this, you can take the boy out of Brick, but you can't take the brick out of the boy, because till the day I die and I'm in my tomb someday, I'll never forget the power of Labor Day and what that means, because to this day, Labor Day means one thing. And Coach Wolf, this one's for you, my friend. Labor, and labor. Now, let's get on with the show, and let's get laboring. We are back with the Impact Show, and welcome, because yes, I was just in San Diego, and now I am in Providence, Rhode Island, with my great friend, Yvette Salva. Yvette, welcome to the show.
Todd, thank you for having me. What an opportunity to be with my friend talking about life.
I am so excited. Folks, you're in for a treat today. When I say you're in for a treat, you have no idea what's about to hit you in the heart, in the head, in the mind, the body, and the soul, and everything in between, because Yvette Salva has an amazing story, and I can't wait to share it with you. I want to give Yvette her proper introduction because she just wrote a book that is going to sweep across the country, that is going to change lives. When I say change lives, this thing is going to literally save lives and change lives on that. But let me tell you a little bit more about Yvette. Yvette Salva is the owner of Yvette Salva Fitness, a personal training studio for women in New Jersey. Got to make the blessing. She's also a certified Todd Durkin Impact Life Coach who empowers women in midlife to get unstuck and reclaim their awesomeness. Her biggest achievement of all is raising her 2 children, Mary Rose and Stephen. And let me tell you what, when you hear all about her new book, my friends, well, the name of it alone is powerful. It's called Booze, Blow, and Pancakes, Breaking Free from the Shackles of Addiction. And this is what it's all about. In this courageous memoir, Yvette Salva boldly confronts the stigma surrounding addiction. From the depths of homelessness to the heights of entrepreneurship, Yvette's life journey is a testament to her resilience and determination. In the pages in the book, she shares openly and honestly about her experiences and the hard-earned lessons she learned along the way. Her authenticity and vulnerability light the way for others to break free from the shackles of addiction as well. Ultimately, her story serves as a powerful reminder that no matter how dire the circumstances may seem, there is always hope. And that is what we have today. We have Yvette Salva in studio to talk all about booze, blowing pancakes, and everything in between. It is my honor to welcome Yvette Salva to the show.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm very emotional today.
Why is that?
Because we're here to do this podcast, and this morning I was coming out of my hotel room, and I just want to share something with you. I'm coming out of this beautiful 5-star hotel room, and I see this, and I don't know if you can see that.
A homeless person.
But if you see what I'm wearing today.
Oh, shoot.
And that was me.
Oh, shoot.
And I'm shaking because I'm thinking there's so much pain in the world. And that would have been me if I had not been sober. So I look at this picture, I wear this black sweatshirt, I wear these blue pants all the time. It's like God was telling me, just
It's your day. What did you do when you saw that, besides take a picture?
I just said, God, thank you. Thank you for giving me life. Thank you for not letting me live on the streets anymore. Because it's so cold. You know, it's really cold. I just felt so bad for that woman. I went over and I gave her $20. You know, even if she has to get high to get that relief.
You've been there.
Yeah.
Interesting. If you're not watching on YouTube, she just put her camera up and showed a picture of a woman sitting on a street here in Providence, Rhode Island, where we are coming at you live with the Impact Show. And the woman sitting in the street has the same garb on as Yvette has. That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
That is crazy. That is what you're in for today, is to hear this amazing story of how the heck this girl now is changing lives all over New Jersey in her training studio. And let me tell you how she changes lives from 4 a.m. till the evening time. And it seems like 7 days a week. But now with her new book, Booze, Blow, and Pancakes, now she's changing lives even beyond New Jersey. And she's been in, well, I've known you now, Yvette, for what, 10 years? At least it seems.
10 years.
Right? And she's been in a lot of my different coaching programs between the mastermind and life coaching and now Impact X coaching. But when you wrote this book, this is as deep as it gets. This is your soul.
This is my soul. And I really have to thank you, Todd, because when I first had my first coaching call with you 10 years ago, I had only the name of this book. That's it. And you're like, that's a great title. And I sat on that for 10 years. But you never let that title, you just randomly pull it out anywhere we were at. Booze, blowing, pancakes. And I'm like, why does this guy just keep throwing out the name? Like, I have no content for it. And you kept that dream alive for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you have plenty of content. That's a name you don't forget, Booze, blowing, pancakes. One of my first memories of you, Yvette, someone happened to snap a picture. We were at a retreat in Park City, Utah. And it was a Sunday morning. And it was the end of the day, and we were giving a hug goodbye, and you were in tears. You remember why you were in tears?
Yeah, I remember because
I do.
Yeah. So I was at a retreat for the mastermind, and I was feeling a little off. My friend, my very best friend, Jerry, her son had died from suicide. Maybe it'd been 2 or 3 years in, and I was in that hotel by myself with a little mini bar filled with alcohol. I really, really wanted to drink. But I said, I'm going to drink tonight. I'm going to go to the day program, and maybe I'll drink tonight. Just hold off. And I don't know, you did an exercise with a mirror, and there was some pain. And I think you said, is anyone in pain? And I raised my hand. And someone caught a photo of you holding my face. And I said, I really want to drink today. And I think I really would have drank that night at the hotel by myself had I not raised my hand and said, I'm suffering for my friend, because suicide is the last stop. And I wanted to die every day. And when there's no more breath, there's no more hope. So if you're listening to this and you're struggling, if there's just that little bit of breath where you're like, maybe I can make it to the end of the day. You can.
Yeah. I'll never forget that because that young man who passed away at the age of 15, the pain that you felt for your friend and obviously for him, you wanted to take that out. And at that time, you're now sober how many years?
21.
21. So it was 11 years or so when we had that exchange. And you were staring at that bottle. I remember you saying you were staring at that bottle thinking, should I do it? Should I do it? And you didn't, thank God. And I'm sure there's moments in time where you have those conversations with the bottle or whatever. And that's what Booze, Blowing, Pancakes is about, is how not only have you gone through the depths of despair, but also now just what you've done with your life and what you're doing with your life is truly amazing. So thank you for not drinking that night, and for what you do now for Mary Rose and Stephen, your family, all the clients you work with. And I'm just got to tell you, make sure you follow Yvette on social media because you will smile and laugh every darn day. She is unequivocally herself and no one else, and you make me smile on social media.
I'm ridiculous. I'm just so silly. It's either laugh or cry. We gotta laugh.
It's both. So I want to dive into the book because it's deep and I want to keep it flowing. It's actually a really quick read, and it's deep, but it's quick, and it's one where you're really challenged at your deepest core. There's only 9 chapters. The whole book is about 66 pages or so. And chapter 1, you go into secrets keep you sick. Talk about that. Secrets keep you sick.
Well, secrets do keep you sick. And my first addiction was at the age of 14. I was anorexic.
Okay.
And I got into the exercise world to lose weight, and I couldn't continue with anorexia, so I became bulimic. So here I am doing these fitness, shows and everything, and nobody knows, but the pancakes part of this is that I would go home and throw up on 30 pancakes, like loaded up with syrup and butter, and then throw up, not have to, have the consequences, and then be in my 6-pack and my bra top teaching my aerobics class in the morning. And I carried that secret from 14 to 47. Wow. I was on the Kelly Ripa show in a bikini.
Come on.
I swear to God. And Michael Strahan's like, holy moly, this girl's in shape. And I'm out there with the double bicep. And I was at the sickest point in my life, in my 40s, and nobody knew it. So secrets keep you sick. And then in my late 20s, I, became a dancer, and it was a real messed up part of my life. But I was also on another stage, not a fitness stage, but the stripper stage. And in that stage, I always had a secret, which I never went on that stage without being high as a kite. Like railroad lines of cocaine, line them up and drinking. And that's when I did my best work, and I got paid the most. Like, keep it flowing. Because when I do these substances, I make money.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you just were addicted to that whole lifestyle.
I was addicted because I had this hole in my soul, Todd.
Yeah.
And the only way I could fill it was with a substance, whether it was pancakes, booze, blow, anything to not feel me, because I hated who I was. I hated who I was. Like,
Did you know that?
Yes. I hated because I moved to America from Spain at the age of like 14, and everybody's name was Cindy and Karen and Kathy, and I'm Yvette, and everybody I knew had blonde hair, and I have, black hair with this weird name, and like I'm, Spanish and black, and nobody looked like me, and I just wanted to be like Cindy, the all-American cheerleader, and that wasn't going to happen,
Until you became a cheerleader.
Until I became a cheerleader, yeah. And now everyone wants these lips, and everyone wants to look like J-Lo. So I'm winning. I'm winning. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So you're going through this, and you realize it's, quote, not healthy, but there's a soul in your heart, and you're trying to fill it, but you didn't know what the hole was?
I didn't know what the hole was. I just always never felt good enough. I never felt like I belonged. I never felt anything. But if I could just get people to like me because of my beauty or, thinness or fitness or anything like that, I felt a little validation.
When you say to get people to like you, why was that important?
Because I just never felt love.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't love myself. I just never felt good enough.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know. I was picked last for gym class. Like, they would be like Team A and Team B, and Jeff and Johnny are like, I'll take Kathy and I'll take Cindy. That's the last one. Nah, you take her. I'm good. No, you take her. Like, that was what I felt like in gym class in 9th grade. And I said, I don't want to ever feel like that again. So now let's pick teams. Let's go.
Interesting. So that was the hole in your heart.
That was the hole in my heart.
Chapter 2, there's power in powerlessness. What's that all about? There's power in powerlessness.
So, I had been to many rehabs, Todd, and I had even been homeless. And
How many?
Over 8. I think it was more like 9.
Wow.
I don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah. But I was kind of in the go-go world, and I was in the fitness world. And then this one time.
At the same time?
At the same time. I literally had a go-go bag and a gym bag. So, I was literally like a chameleon. Like, do you want me to be...
This is so 80s Jersey, by the way. This is when I grew up in New Jersey. So that's why I love Yvette. From Jersey. You're up at the strip clubs in North Jersey.
Yeah. All of them. Lookers, Fantasies, Bourbon Street, all these great clubs that I loved. And my name was Gabriella D. Like, I literally get to be someone... D for delicious, Todd. You didn't get the
Never
memo?
heard of them. Never heard of these things. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you need a new name. You need a new name. You get to be whoever you want.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
So I was in both of those worlds, and I'll never forget, it was a Monday morning at 6 a.m., and this woman, Barb, was waiting for a personal training session. I was coming from this club called Webster Hall. I hadn't slept. I'd been on at least a 24-hour run. And I'm like, come on, Barb. I stroll in at 6:30, with my vodka bottles in my gym bag, my eyes shot out, smelling like smoke and vodka. And I'm like, come on, Barb, let's do lower body warm-up. And she grabs my arm, Todd. She goes, Yvette, I think you have a drinking problem. And I don't know what it was, God, but I think God works through people. And for the first time in my life, like I listened. And she said, I had a drinking problem at one time, and I want you to come to a meeting with me. And you know what my thoughts were, Todd? I'm going to the meeting in my booty shorts and stilettos, and I'm going to kick these degenerates over to the go-go bar and make more money, more money, more money. That was the two
Really?
thoughts I could string together. So I walk into this meeting.
Because you were drunk? You were thinking that?
No, because I was like, I
That's
still got to
everything.
make money. I got to make money. I got to bring customers over to Gabriella D to make bank.
Why the infatuation with money? Did you have money growing up or not have money?
I had money growing up, but money was power for me. And, like certain customers, I'd make $2,000 a night.
What?
Yeah. Just from one good customer, just being a one nice
So
friend.
you got used to that getting cash.
Cash. More money, more money, more money. So I go to this meeting. I'm late, right? It's like 7 p.m. in this church basement. And at this point in my life, like I'm really like between both worlds. I'm trying to figure it out. I walk in with my stilettos late,
In a church basement?
Yeah, in a church basement,
Oh, my
right?
goodness.
And they go around and they're like, hi, my name's Jeff, and I'm an alcoholic, and my name's Jane. And I raised my hand and I said, my name's Yvette. I'm an alcoholic and I need help. And I swear to God, that was the powerlessness. I said, I can't. He can, and let him. God, I'm giving it to you. White flag. I'm tired. I'm so tired of chasing. I was tired of chasing, Todd. It's like, it's a cycle.
What year was that? You remember?
1995, maybe 1996.
And was that it? Was that the end of it?
No, I still kept running.
Okay.
I kept running until
But you admitted it.
I
Knew
admitted
you had a
it.
problem.
So that's the first thing I tell people, like awareness, that gut whisper, like I'm not living right. That whisper that's kind of like maybe you're not doing something. And, it's been a whisper in a lot of things, like so many
Right.
things in my life.
But then it's a secret because you got this whisper, but it's a secret.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
Because I get to be Gabriella D with money and then this fitness chick during the day, and it all looks good. I said Gucci on the outside, Walmart on the inside. That was me, like literally. Probably the dollar store, if I really want to be. That's what it was for me.
So you knew that on the inside. So then you go into something called the cycle.
The cycle. So for me, the cycle would be I would go teach an aerobics class in the morning with my six-pack. I never ate in the morning. I always had to perform. Then I'd go home. I'd sleep till 3 p.m. and watch Jerry Springer. Steve. I love Steve, the bodyguard. I loved him. And then around 4 o'clock, I'd eat pancakes and eat like thousands of calories. And then I'd stick my head in a toilet bowl and throw up. And then I'd set up the lines by my makeup mirror and a nice big glass of wine, start putting lashes on my face, like Mr. Potato Head, adding hair, adding lashes, adding this new person. And then I would get out and get ready to go to work. And at 8 o'clock, I'd step on stage.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And still teaching fitness at the same time?
Sometimes I get fired.
Yeah.
Sometimes it didn't go so good. And sometimes the go-go bars fire you too. But you know what's crazy is you can always find another job.
Yeah, you're resilient. I know that.
I am resilient. I'll come up with a new name, a new gym. I'll always find a way. Yeah.
Wow. So you're in this cycle every day, every night,
Every day.
year after year.
$500 a day. Coke habit. And I literally.
What?
Yeah. And one day I was at the bar and I went like this. I'm like, what do I have? Like blood in my nose? And I can literally touch the fingers inside my nose. I blew a hole through my nose. Like there's no cartilage here. Yeah. That's the vanity that made me stop cocaine. I never did a line after that. But then the alcohol went full blown. Because now I know I can't use Coke. Because I'm going to have the crash nose.
So you hit rock bottom.
Rock bottom.
And you say in the book, rock bottom is a solid foundation.
Oh, yeah. Because you know what? I had a lot of get out of jail cards. My dad's a doctor. My dad always provided for me.
What kind of doctor?
He's an internist.
Okay.
And he would be like, okay, she's going back to Carrier. I went to Carrier for anorexia. I went back to Carrier for alcoholism. I went to Carrier for bulimia. I went to Philly's Children's Hospital. I went to so many places. But here's the thing. If you're doing substances and your mind is not right, you're never going to conquer bulimia. I'd go to the rehab for alcoholism and I'd be throwing up.
Good point.
So, like, it was a triple threat. How can someone treat me body, mind, and spirit? Because if my brain is messed up, I can't make any decisions.
Yeah. Are your parents still living?
My parents are alive.
What did they know this was all going on? Or were you able to keep that a secret too?
Yeah, no, they knew. They knew, and they said, basically, we got to let you go. You know, so that's when I became homeless. Because my parents always provided for me, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So then I couch surfed, and I lived in a Thunderbird. And I had my go-go bag, and I had my gym bag, and I used to...
Did you say Thunderbird?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. And I used to take a shower.
Who remembers Thunderbird? Oh, my gosh. I'm having recollections back at, like, Brick Beach, 1989.
Yeah. And I used to take a shower because I didn't have a home. I used to take a shower at this gym called Guys and Dolls in Linden.
Guys and Dolls?
In Linden on St. George Avenue. And
that was a gym or a strip club?
It was a gym. Right next to Uncle Charlie's, which was a go-go bar.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So, have you reconciled with your parents now?
I have reconciled with my parents, and you know, I'm in a 12-step program, and I have made an amends. But
yeah,
you know, now being a mom myself,
yes.
I understand.
I was going to say that. Do you understand now? Is it a better empathy, or what are your feelings now? Like, if you were to talk to them about your past, what would you say to them now?
I would just say thank you so much. Thank you for letting me go. Because if I wasn't homeless and I never hit rock bottom, I probably would have died. And that's what I try and tell people that I help today who are struggling with a kid on on drugs, on heroin. You got to let them out. You got to kick them out of your house.
Yeah, they go there. This is. I can't tell you how many times I have conversations with parents. This has got to be the hardest thing to do is let your struggling child go.
Yeah. Or I say let them get locked up because they're going to be safe. If they're locked up, they're safe. Maybe there's hope. But if they die, there's no hope. And if I was on drugs today with the fentanyl that there is in the world, I'd be dead because I would take anything. You'd be like, try this. I'd be like, yeah, let's go. I would be dead, no doubt about it.
Do you ever think, why did all this happen? Like all of like drugs, alcohol, like how and why did this happen?
I truly believe this happened so that I can be a beacon of hope for someone else. Because my life is not about money, fitness, power, any of that. My life's purpose and meaning is to help the still sick and suffering. That gives me hope more than anything. Just if I could help one person today on this podcast that says, maybe if she could do it, I could do it, then I have completely fulfilled my life's purpose.
How did it change from you were always about money and power in the sense of, hey, if I make $2,000 a night cash, I feel power, I feel like I'm being the best version of me, and now you're the exact opposite. And I know that firsthand because I see what you do for me, for our company, our team, our mission. I see how you show up in LA, perform better at our retreats, at graduate. Like, I see what you do every day. What was the change?
This change was getting it sober because someone gave to me freely. Like my sponsor, Patty, my best friend, Jerry. These people had years of sobriety. And I said, I don't know how to live. Like, I don't know how to steal, lie, cheat. I don't know how to wake up, do a routine, go to work, and be a normal person in the world. I don't know how to do that. I don't. Like, these people came to me, like, let me help you. Like, what's in it for you? What's the side angle? But there was none. is no side angle in the rooms of recovery. And what better person help a suffering alcoholic or addict than somebody who's walked in?
Amen.
Because my dad's a doctor, and he'd be like, take this, there's so many drugs to stop you drinking. I was on every single one of them. And none of them worked. None of them worked. I took so many antidepressants, Xanax, all this stuff, Paxil, Effexor, all this stuff to stop drinking. None of it worked.
Yeah.
So how is it you put a group of drunks together, talk about their addiction, and they can help each other?
What do you tell Mary Rose and Steven now? Your two kids. They're how old?
20 and 10.
Okay, so they're in the wheelhouse where you took a nosedive. What do you tell them? How do you parent them?
I tell them, for example, for my daughter, she's never touched alcohol. And I say, why, Mary Rose, why you don't have any interest? She goes, I'm like you, Mom. If I really like something, I'm all in. And I never want to fight that demon like you did. And I am 100%.
I see you guys. You two are like two peas in a pod.
Yeah, we are. We have that relationship. But my daughter can talk to me about anything. And I think the biggest success in my life is that my grown-up daughter wants to hang out with me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to call her, will you spend time with me? Mom, do you want to spend? She wants to.
It's great. That's great. How about Steven?
Steven is 10 years old, and Steven's a little boy. I try and be, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different, I try and be there as soccer mom and do all the things, but, he's still a little baby.
10.
He's 10. He still sleeps with me at night. I love you, Mom. You're my hero. I'm like, yes, keep it coming.
So you get to the point where you were basically sick and tired of being sick and tired in your story here. Just explain that period when you just said, enough's enough. I got to change.
Okay, so I have the go-go bar, the go-go dance, the bag. I have the gym bag. But guess what, Todd? I keep going. I have a new alias. Now I'm an account executive, and I'm selling advertising. So I got the briefcase now.
Was this what, at the newspaper?
Yeah.
Yep.
So now I have a briefcase, a gym bag, and a go-go bar bag. I got all the bags at the front door. Like, now I'm wearing a navy blue suit and these little blue kitten shoes, right? And I am selling space to landscapers, locksmiths, construction people. I am number one. I am killing the game. And I'm doing all three jobs, right? And my account executive manager, Brenda, pulls me into the office and she's like, Yvette, we think you have a drinking problem. And if you don't go to employee assistance program, you're fired. And I'm like, Brenda, what are you, the audacity? Meanwhile, I have like a Dunkin' Donuts cup of coffee filled with vodka.
Stop.
Yes. And I'm like, the balls of this bee to be like, yeah, but this was a moment in my life where I was like, there's no more get out of jail.
Yeah.
That sentence, it's not that bad, kept me stuck for so long. This now, it's bad. It's bad.
So what happened?
So I went to an outpatient program, and I listened. I followed directions, not Yvette's program, because I like to buffet style it. I'm going to take a little bit of this, but not this. Like, I'm interested in sobriety Monday through Thursday, but Fridays and Saturdays take a break. Like, this is how I did everything in my life.
Yeah.
And now I said, here's the solution. If you follow this program and you do it one day at a time, you'll stay sober.
Okay.
And I did that. And I did that. I was all in. I was never all in. I was kind of in.
Yeah.
Kind of interested in the idea.
But you were addicted, right? Like, that's the, yeah.
I'm interested in the idea, but I'm going to go hang out at the bar and drink O'Doul's.
So you meet this guy named Dave.
Yeah.
Who's Dave?
So I was selling advertising, right, for this Home News Tribune, and I walk into a bagel store, and now I haven't eaten in days. So
if you're from New Jersey, you say bagel store. It's just a different vision and thought, because I miss bagel stores, old school bagel stores.
Bagel Bazaar has the best bagels.
Bagel Bazaar.
And Dave is the best man. Really, he saved my life. This man saved my life.
Wow.
No doubt about it. So I walk into this bagel store, and I said, there's no one at the front desk. Let me steal a muffin. So I put a corn muffin in my bag.
Stop. You did not.
I swear to God, I did. I stole a muffin from my own store.
Wait a second. But you had money in your pocket probably from the night before.
No,
No.
I did not have money, and
You were just
no.
blowing it all.
Actually, I had a little bit of money, and when I went to the liquor store next door,
Jeez
and I bought
Louise.
liquor, and I ate my corn muffin and drank a little thing of vodka in my
So
car.
pretty much you're at a break even. You're making a couple $100, $1,000 a night, and you got a problem
Yeah.
of hundreds of dollars a night.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you weren't storing a 401k.
Oh my God. It was literally like money spent, money spent. So I walk into the store. He's not there. And so he calls the home news and says, hey, I heard you were in my store and I heard you put an ad without my permission.
Oh, no.
So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to put an ad in there because I need to get paid.
Stop.
Yes. Yeah, I always find a loophole. And she's like, did you put that without my permission? I'm like, well, kind of. He's like, well, I heard you're kind of cute, so let me take you out to dinner.
Stop.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to get this sucker to the go-go bar and I'm going to make more money. Dave. So we go out to dinner and like Dave is just like a businessman. He's all American, apple pie, so good. And that's it. I met him and he's like, comes to my house and he's like, where's your furniture? I'm like, it's getting delivered. I had no furniture. I had a mattress.
Beds on the floor.
Yes, a mattress on the floor. And he's like, it's freaking hot as balls in here. And the next day he came in with an air conditioner. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is so good. This guy is buying me an air conditioner. What else? Is he going to buy me a couch? And let me tell you, 90 days sober, he comes to my meeting where I'm going to get a coin. And then we're in the car. He gives me a bag. I'm like, oh, a bagel. And I open it up and it's a shellacked bagel that said, will you marry me?
What? That was it.
I was like, I will.
I need you more than you know.
I need you. What? Like, what do I have to offer this man? Literally nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I had nothing.
So he saw something in you. What was it?
I don't know what it was, Todd. He just loved me for me. I don't know.
You made him laugh, made him smile.
I am pretty funny.
Yeah, you are funny. You are so, you might be the most authentically real person I know. You just say what's on your mind and I love you for it. Oh. So what happened with Dave?
So Dave and I, we were married for 21 years.
Wow.
And we have 2 beautiful kids. And I don't know. During COVID, things changed for me a lot.
Yep.
Because I was really alone. And I took a life coaching class. I said, I got to figure out what's going on with my thinking. Like, why am I feeling this way? So I took...
And you're sober, obviously, at this
I'm
point.
sober,
right? 20
many
years.
years.
Yep.
But I'm alone. You know, like, I don't know if anybody can relate, like, just kind of being roommates. Like, still loving your spouse, still loving them, but it's like you're in separate rooms, you're not connected. And I was really feeling I needed that connection. And, you know, it's not one person's fault or the other. It's just growing apart. And so I said, you know what? I got to keep myself busy. And I took a life coaching class.
Before you get there,
Yeah.
just how long did you feel that for? Was that years? And all of a sudden
Years.
it came to the point of like, who are you? Or
It
was it just
It was
you?
years.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, Dave is a man who is all about family and faith and football. But
like him. I like him. I like
he
this
is.
guy.
He truly is. But he built an empire. He built a bagel empire. He provided jobs for so many people. He did so many
bagel
great...
empire?
A bagel empire. You got to see this factory he's got. He's got so many stores.
Could he ships all the different stores,
He'll
restaurants?
He'll be like, where's Todd's address? He'll ship.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He'll
Really?
He is such a good person.
I like
But this
this.
is what happened. I built a business. He built a business. And we lost each other a little bit. You know?
Interesting. Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of people. We kind of lose that. You know, like the kids become a buffer. Like
Yep,
we're going
yep.
Stephen's game. Let's conquer and divide. Conquer and divide. I'm good if my kids are good. But are you really good?
This is a great topic, by the way. I'm just curious, those of you listening in who are parents, like, can you relate, right? I think most parents can, regardless, great relationship or not. There's these phases and seasons of life that we all go through where you're like, wait a second, I need to reconnect, or I got to recommit to date night once a week, once a month, a date, like whatever it is. I think what you're speaking here is more prevalent than we even know, right? So it's a really good topic. So you ended up getting divorced.
I ended up getting divorced through that life coaching program, because that life coaching program really, it gave me a sentence that changed my life. And it's this: your thoughts create your feelings, which translate into your actions. Your thoughts create your feelings, which create your actions. So I realized I needed to change my thinking. Because if you change your thinking, like for example, let's look at COVID, right? Is a circumstance. We all had COVID. Some people thought, screw this.
Yep.
They felt completely desperate, started drinking. Result, alcoholism. Some people said, this is a great opportunity for me to get fit.
Yep.
Feeling powerful. Action workout.
Absolutely.
Result,
Absolutely.
they transformed their bodies, right? Same circumstance, different thoughts. So I had this circumstance with my marriage is stale. I had to try and figure out how to think differently. So I wanted to try everything. But I just realized that it was like we were just two different people. And it's not that anything was bad. It was complete. And I like to say that about life situations, relationships, friendships. They can just be complete. Not good or bad. Just this version is complete, and we're moving on to a new version.
But he saved you.
He 100% saved me.
I'm gonna go visit his bagel store someday.
Oh yeah, steal a muffin too.
I'm not stealing any muffins.
He deserves it.
He deserves it. Oh, there's nothing like a good Jersey bagel place, man. That is good. So just fast forward. And by the way, that life coaching program, what year was that? That was before mine.
It was 2020.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
during COVID.
And then you still had to release your last demon, food.
So my last demon was food. So here I am. I have two beautiful kids, a nice home, a beach house, a business, a gym.
Where was your beach house?
South Seaside Park.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still there. Guess who has it now? Lucky MF. He's enjoying the fruits of my labor now. But yeah, no, he still has that beautiful house. But all things are looking good on the outside, right?
Yep.
But I could never get 90 days sober of bulimia. So in the recovery program I'm in, they start with, don't drink for 90 days.
Yep.
Find out if you don't have a problem. I could never not throw up for 90 days. And I would tell Dave, I struggled today, and he'd be like, oh man, I could never get 90 days. And I tried to use my recovery program, but it wasn't working. So I went to this event. This is what happened. Nobody was home, and I used to do all my binging of the Pancakes when no one was home. So it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm over the toilet bowl, and all of a sudden, that boxing bag in the back of your throat, I couldn't swallow, Todd. It was like a razor blade. I was like, am I going to go to St. Peter's? I got to call an ambulance. I'm going to die on this bathroom floor right now. Like my eyes had all the veins had shot out, and I was bleeding in the toilet. And I'm like, should I go? And then I'm like, please, God, just let's breathe, swallow. And that day I said, I have to do something different. So I went to this Tony Robbins event, because this event was something that called me, and like Date with Destiny. I'm like, you know what?
Yep.
Screw it. I'm going to go by myself.
Love it.
I went in 2016, and Tony did this event where it was like 17,000 people, and they're in hypnosis. And he said, I want you to visualize yourself doing what you're doing, and what does your life look like in the next 5 years? And you hear like 17,000 souls crying, the pain in that auditorium. And then he goes, and what would you see in 10 years? Todd, all I saw was Mary Rose and Stephen by my gravesite, Yvette Salva, with the date, like you say, that dash, and my daughter going, Mom, it didn't have to be this way. I miss you so much. And that vision made me say, I'm done. And I came back from that event. I went to one therapy session in February, and since that date, I never threw up again.
Wow.
That's the transformation, man. From 14 to 47, nothing worked. But that worked, because I didn't want to see my daughter and son saying, please, Mom, we miss you.
Wow. So Tony Robbins changed your life.
Tony Robbins and Todd Durkin. 2 T's.
Yvette Salva, man, thank you for that. Someone I've always looked up to is Tony Robbins, and I know when I read the book, I thought about that moment of you amongst a huge crowd, visualizing and meditating. I could actually feel it and hear the music and that from that event. But I want to say thank you for just persevering in the grit, the resilience, everything that you've gone through from 14 to 47. That's a long time of pain, of suffering, of just being lost and being empty. Now, where are you at?
Now I'm 21 years sober. I'm still very active in recovery. So I go to meetings 3 to 4 times a week. I'm solid in my routine. I still own my business, personal training business. I life coach for women, and I do some keynote events. I speak. And I have to thank you for that, because you changed my life, Todd Durkin. You really did. You believed in me with saying the name of my book in random events. You know, that day I could have drank, and you did something. That was God. I don't even know if I'd be sitting here if I drank that day. I would probably be that woman in the picture. No doubt about it. So I believe God puts people in your life to help you, and you do that with me and so many people, Todd.
Well, the fact that you drove up here 6.5 hours to be on the show through East Coast traffic. Thank you for those words. You took a life coaching program in 2021, and then we started ours in 2023. What made you sign up for that one? Because we had kind of disconnected in some ways. Yeah. I know you were following along, but weren't as close. And then I remember talking to you on the phone, and you wanted to take our Impact Life Coaching certification, and you did. What made you sign up for that?
So I've been following you through the years. Like, I don't know you guys, but when the very first introduction with Todd was I was in an Idea Fitness conference. He had his hoodie up, and it was like the Eminem song.
Let's go.
You know, you got one shot. And I was like, man, I want to follow this guy. He's got the juju. I need that. And I followed you, and I just saw something in an email, and it said, I'm going to do this life coaching program. And, you know, God does work through whispers in your soul. And I just like that Tony Robbins event, I said, what's a couple grand? It could change my life. And that program really changed my life in a different level. First of all, I do believe you have to go through different steps, and nothing's by accident. Yep. But my first program was a huge chunk of change, 15 grand. I went through it. It was a 1.5-year program. It was great. It was solid. And when I took your program, the biggest difference is with this program, it was more like, bye, see you. You completed, you graduated. When I came to your program and I did the program for 6 months, there was a community. And I believe as humans, we're tribes. Yep. We want to be with other people. Like these people, we did practice sessions. Here we did practice sessions, and I'm still friends with all these people. Yep. Like the graduation wasn't a PDF. The graduation was, let's go to a retreat and celebrate and touch and feel the person you were on the Brady Bunch screen with. Like, oh my God, like Liz McDonough and Jess. And like, that was a huge thing. And through your community, all the things that I thought were just like, maybe one day have actually come into fruition. I took your speaker course. I actually did a live event and got paid for it. Yep. I wrote a book because of the people in your network. Yep.
Kelly and
Greg. So all the things that happened because of the network and connections in the TD community.
We have a special tribe of people, no doubt.
Not even special. There's nothing that comes close. Nothing that comes close. Like the social media engagement, everybody wants to build each other up. the women with other women are weird. The women in your group are like so loving. Let's go, Yvette. You're the best. Like, there's none of that cattiness. It's like something I've never seen before.
Well,
yeah.
Thank you. You're so true. I love my people. I love my people. And some of those people are here in Providence, have come because last night we did a book signing and for True Strength. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, we need to go on tour for a double book signing with Booze, Blowing Pancakes and True Strength, because they go hand in hand. It's all about adversity and overcoming adversity. And whether it be physical pain of a back or all you've been through for 30-something years, like all of that pain, how do you do something with that pain, right? And to me, that's really special. I do want to share this, and I started with it. In the back of the book, you say all profits from this book will be donated to the Todd Durkin Impact Foundation in memory of Sean Rocco Vogel. Although this book is not specifically about suicide, I understand that suicide is the final stop for people who aren't able to find help. I am passionate about helping people with mental health issues so they can get the support they need before they get to that point. Who's Sean Rocco Vogel?
Sean is my friend Jerry's son. He's such a beautiful boy. There's a butterfly in my personal training studio that says, "Hi, Mom," because she used to work for me when this happened, and I still look at it every day. And, there's signs. He's here everywhere, and I just want anyone who's thinking, there's nothing else that there is, because I know I wanted to die every day. I could be Sean. I don't know why I'm not, but I'm here. And so I'm here is what I'm saying is that if there's breath, there's hope. But once you do that impulsive decision, there's no more hope.
Many years ago in Park City, Utah, when you shared with me that your friend's son had just committed suicide, was that Sean Rocco Vogel?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's so handsome. Such a good boy.
Wow. So, guys, pick up the book, Booze, Blowing Pancakes. 100% of the profits from this book are going to the Impact Foundation so we can give back to suicide prevention and mental health, whether it be kids or adults. This book alone is going to change your life. It's going to change someone in your life's life. So maybe you're not battling some of the things that Yvette went through, but you know someone who is going through one of these things, has been or will. And if nothing else, you need to make sure you follow her as well on the social media channels so you'll smile every day, because she's got a whole different outlook on life now. And every day I smile looking at what Yvette Salva is putting out into the world. And Booze, Blowing Pancakes, breaking free from the shackles of addiction are, it's an impact book. That's all I'm going to say. It's an impact book. Yvette, anything else that you would like to share with our loyal tribe today here on the podcast that I haven't asked you that you think is important that I do?
I just want to thank you, Todd. I really want to thank you. Your whole thing about I want to impact millions of people, that picture, when you were in that back pain, Todd, that could be you too.
No doubt.
That could have been the Vicodin, the Oxy, you know. God had a different purpose for you. So keep doing what you're doing, because this stuff changes lives. People need more positivity. Yeah.
Would you change anything now, looking back, going through so much? Would you change from 14 to 47, not having gone through multiple different addictions? Or is it, man, it's all a blessing because I like where I'm at now?
You know that movie Rudy? Like the underdog?
I know Rudy. I love Rudy.
So if I was to see a visual of myself, it would be my head in a toilet. And then being in a bikini, crawling on a stage for $1. Will you give me $1? To now being out with a mic here, telling someone that there's hope, that you can change your life. Like, to me, I know that if I could do it, anybody can do it. I just want to be the example that it's possible.
Yeah. Yvette, you're also doing a lot of speaking now and want to do more. You want this book to go into recovery homes throughout the country. And I do believe that, folks, if you know someone that has a recovery home or you potentially have a recovery home, read the book. You're going to want to put this book into your recovery home. You do a keynote now called From Hell to Happiness, 3 Steps to Change Your Life. If someone was to hire you to do that keynote, what would they expect on stage from you?
A lot of fun, because I got handcuffs, I got props, I got music. But I think that what they're going to expect is like a human who's going to talk to other humans in the eyes and give a message of hope and give them steps that can apply to your marriage, to your health, to your job, not just addiction.
Yeah.
Because we want to keep growing.
Yeah.
And all of us get stuck sometimes. And I use those handcuffs because I was handcuffed like this, cuffed and caged in my brain.
Yep, shackled.
Right?
Yep.
It's not that bad. One cuff in, one cuff out for so long. It's not that bad is a sentence that will kill you.
Yeah. Whew. I'll tell you this. If you need some hope for your people, hire Yvette Salva. We had 30 plus people in our speaking course that just wrapped up a couple months ago. We're doing one of those a year along with our life coaching program. And Yvette was voted amongst all of the speakers. She actually won the speakers contest and will be speaking next year in 2025 at our Impact Summit event because of the talk, the keynote that she gave in our course. And let me tell you what, you could hear a pin drop in this keynote. People were laughing, people were crying. She had people on the edge of the seat, all from hell to happiness. One does not have to have an addiction problem to actually get something out of her talk, because it was all about hope, motivation, inspiration, empowering yourself and others to live their best life and how to change for the better. So take a listen to Yvette Salva. Follow her. Where's the best place that someone could follow you, Yvette?
On the gram.
Yeah.
Hit me up, man. Hit me up.
Instagram. Yvette Salva Fitness. Yvette Salva Fitness. We'll put all of this in the show notes. Yvette, I want to thank you for everything, for persevering and for showing up. And I don't even know how the heck you made it through all of that. Now, one of those would kill most. And you had 3 things going on and raised 2 beautiful kids, and you had some godsends come into your life, and you mentioned some of them between Barb and Dave and was it Mary? Mary Rose. Patty. Joe. Like, people come into your life, Tony Robbins, that come in and just, I call them God winks. People come in and they give you God winks. They give you moments. You got to hear a message at the right time. You go through an exercise at the right time. You read an email at the right time. And these are God wink moments that can forever change the trajectory of your future. And Yvette Salva, I can't wait to go through that exercise with you and hear what you have to say about your future in 5 years, in 10 years. Because where's Yvette Salva going to be in 10 years? If you were to look at that now, where's Yvette going to be in 10 years?
I'm going to be mobile. I mean, following you. Follow your ass.
We're going on tour. We're going on tour.
Yeah.
We're going to go on tour, that's for sure. Thank you for everything. My friends, as we wrap up today, if you can do us a favor, number one, make sure you follow Yvette on social media. Pick up her book, Booze, Blowin' Pancakes. You may want to get several copies, one for you, and then pass it over to your friends. Not that they have a problem with addiction, no, maybe not, but either they know someone or it's going to give them hope for a better future regardless of the past they've been through on that. Follow her on social media, and then she'll be speaking at the Impact Summit no doubt coming up here in 2025. She'll be in Montana at our big mountain retreat coming up in November, and she's a past recipient of our life coaching program that is launching just here in mid-September. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to Yvette about our life coaching program. We just announced that that's going to be going live September the 15th. And if you're someone who is either in fitness or want to change more lives like Yvette's doing now, she's life coaching her tail off. And if you like, man, I really resonate with this woman, then reach out to Yvette, and she can help you in a lot of different levels of life, not just fitness, not just health, not just mindset, but all aspects of life, and the conviction of what it takes to be your absolute best version of yourself. So Yvette Salva, thank you so much for being here today. I love you, and I can't wait for Booze, Blow, and Pancakes to take the world by storm.
Let's go. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate you.